Hello and welcome. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching the latest edition of Up South with me, Shiv Arur. There was a massive terror scare in one of India's international flights earlier today of homegrown carrier Indigo. We're about to see a story in which many passengers were extremely frightened about what happened on that flight. An unruly passenger on the Dubai-Calicut flight from Dubai to Kerala sent shockwaves by shouting slogans about the ISIS, the Islamic State, right there when this flying over the Arabian Sea. He even tried to force entry into the cockpit, triggering a hijack alert, and misbehaved with the cabin crew. The incident forcing the flight to make an emergency landing in Mumbai. Here's the full story.
Terror scare on board an Indigo Airlines flight. This man, who was travelling on the Indigo flight 089 from Dubai to Calicut, horrified the fellow passengers and flight crew after he raised slogans about the Islamic State. Not stopping there, he even physically abused other passengers and crew members. Things turned ugly when he tried to barge into the cockpit of the plane. After the scare, the flight made an emergency landing at Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport in Mumbai. As soon as the flight landed in Mumbai at around 9:15 a.m., the accused and his brother were immediately offloaded and detained by the security agencies.
Now, what Mumbai police sources says that one of the passengers seems to be of unsound mind. They are trying to verify with the help of expert that in reality what exactly the person is. Is he really of unsound mind, or he is just trying to pretend? And after the entire investigation and verification, Mumbai police will lodge the case accordingly.
The flight later took off from Mumbai and headed towards Calicut.
എന്തോ വട്ടാണ് അസുഖമുള്ള സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അയാളുടെ ബ്രദർ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു കൂടെ. IS-നെതിരായിരുന്നു അയാൾ പറയേണ്ടിരുന്നത്. എന്തിനാ പാവപ്പെട്ട ആളുകളെ കൊല്ലുന്നത്, എന്തിനാ കൊല്ലുന്നത്, നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ പാസഞ്ചേഴ്സ് മുഴുവൻ IS എന്നുള്ള നിലക്കാണ് അയാൾ പെരുമാറുന്നത്.
According to sources, the accused is mentally unstable, but the police are doing a thorough background check before arriving at any conclusion. With Munish Pandey in Mumbai and Revati Rajivan, Bureau Report, India Today.
I want to quickly bring in India Today. It's Revati Rajivan joining us live from Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala this evening. Revati, who were these passengers? What have you been able to learn? They've been detained by the Mumbai police at this time, but what do we know so far?
Well, what we know from Calicut, what we've heard from Calicut is the narrative by the passengers who travelled along with these two who have been detained in Mumbai. Just about 1.5 hours after the flight took off from Dubai, one person suddenly woke up from his sleep, and then he sat where the cabin crew sits, and he started shouting and abusing all of his co-passengers, saying that I will not leave you alone, I will not let you go, and also saying that the ISIS was killing innocents in order to promote their own agenda. Why do they do this? Why they don't understand the religion, what religion exactly is. It is unfortunate. These are the kind of things that he was shouting and abusing the co-passengers with. Now, from what the co-passengers are saying, he looked completely disturbed with the fact that was going around, perhaps by the different news that we hear about the ISIS, the violent killings that is taking place. All that he said was related to these day-to-day happenings in the world. So, but imagine you're traveling on a flight and suddenly somebody gets up and shouts and abuses you and speaks something related to the Islamic State. But the co-passengers were absolutely terrified, even thinking that this could be a hijack because he forced himself into the cockpit. So, although towards the end of it, the brother convinced them that he was mentally unstable and that slogans were anti-ISIS, the passengers at first were terrified. That is the kind of narrative that we received from the Calicut International Airport, Shiv.
Very, very frightening for those passengers, and we hope that this investigation gets to the bottom of who these men were and what really happened in the air. Was it mental instability? Was it something else? Kerala is already grappling with an ISIS tangle, as Revati has been reporting first and exclusive here on India Today. Thanks, Revati, for that input. Moving on to Tamil Nadu, denied the right to worship at temples. 250 Hindu Dalit families from 2 Tamil Nadu villages say they're planning to convert to Islam. These families have staged a protest, but this has yielded no result just yet. Is Jayalalitha watching?
Ostracized, denied right of prayer in local temple, and facing humiliating caste bias. As many as 250 Dalit families in Tamil Nadu's Karur plan the extreme step. The entire hamlet now threatens mass conversion to Islam. The conversion protest is a tool to lodge their massive displeasure against the local upper caste people, who barred them from the Bhadrakali Amman temple festival.
இந்துக்களான நாங்க எங்க கோயிலை எங்க கண்ணு முன்னாடி பறிச்சு கொடுக்கறனால நாங்க மதம் மாறுறோங்க. நாங்க முஸ்லிம் மதத்துக்கு மாறிக்கிறோம்.
In neighboring Nagampalli, 35 other families were denied entry into the Mahashakti Amman temple, which ironically was built with their contribution. Many of these families met the local collector to lodge their protest against the temple bar. The move has sparked a face-off between Hindu and Islamic groups who have been at war over the families. While Islamic groups are now urging the families to convert, Hindu groups are trying to ensure their temple entry. The tense standoff has led the district administration to rush security forces to the area to maintain calm. With Rohini Swami and Pramod Madhav in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
The tech-savvy capital city of Karnataka, one of India's most cosmopolitan cities, Bengaluru was once regarded as India's safest city. Well, an incident has come to light where a young woman was being filmed by the driver of an auto rickshaw she was travelling in secretly. A Congress leader has blamed the Bengaluru urban administration for the increasing number of crimes, many of them against women in the state. India Today's Pratibha Raman takes a look at a city that's grappling with this scary new reputation.
This was 3 months ago. An abduction attempt in broad daylight which shocked Bengaluru. The girl managed to get away. The man was arrested. But the cloud over women's safety remains as dark as ever.
It's a terrible incident that happened to me, and I don't want this to happen to any other girl.
This is a Facebook post of a traumatized girl after she realized that the driver of the auto rickshaw she was traveling in was secretly filming her. This incident comes a day after Ugrappa, a Congress leader in charge of prevention of sexual violence against women and children, lashed out against his own government over how unsafe Bengaluru had become.
I think police and other officials who are concerned to the safety of women and children, I think they may have to give little more importance to safeguard the interest of children as well as female. So if the district administration is going to take care of all these things, then it will be more safe than the existing situation.
Definitely such cases we won't encourage. We try to make Bangalore as a safe city, but incidents like this definitely will not do good for that. We will definitely take action on those incidences.
The Home Minister has ordered a probe into the matter, saying that Ugrappa's accusations against the system will be looked into. The Bengaluru police are on the lookout for the auto driver, despite the victim not filing an official complaint. Instances of sex crimes in the city have spiked in the past 3 years, rising nearly 30% in 2015. In the last 6 months, the Garden City has transformed into a crime-prone city with as many as 26,545 cases registered.
I'm quite new to Bangalore and Karnataka, so I did not know Bangalore has the highest rate of crimes, but then that's happening in all the cities in India.
It used to be safe. I've been here for the last 13 years, but now things have changed. It is no more that safe. there were ladies used to come out in the night and feel safe. But now things are very different. It is not that safe anymore.
However, activists say that the city is still one of the safest in the country, attributing the rise in numbers to greater awareness.
I don't think Bengaluru is more and other places are less. And again, easy accessibility of the media kind thing, Bengaluru reporting is more. In the rural areas also it's happening, but not reported for very many reasons.
Richmond Town, the place where I'm standing right now, one of the central areas of Bengaluru, also the place where a victim was allegedly filmed by an auto rickshaw driver. Now, the police have launched several measures in the form of Hoysala service as well as women helpline numbers. But the need of the hour are three things. 1. Availability of the police force in several areas of Bengaluru. 2. Stringent laws to deal with such cases as well as culprits. 3. Awareness programs to change mindsets. With camera person Madhu, Pratibha Raman, Bengaluru, India Today.
Going to go straight across to India Today. It's Rohini Swami joining us live from Bengaluru on this disturbing report. Rohini, we understand that this young woman, who put up this disturbing Facebook post hasn't really filed a police complaint of any kind. But the implications are really scary when you look at it in the context of the rising crime, especially against women and young people in the city. Is the police looking into what this girl has talked about, or is it just going to be another one of those things?
Well, we are hoping that the police will be able to track down, because this victim has been very smart. She has taken pictures, she has given details of the auto rickshaw driver, and she's also used social media to reach out, and it actually went viral.
Yes.
But she was also approached by the police to tell them that, she has to pull down her post only for security reasons, to save her and nothing else. But this could be anybody. It could be me, it could be another lady, it could be you, anybody's life is at stake, and that is the scary part. It is not about one city, a city that was considered extremely safe. You could walk at any time of the night. Today we're actually reporting incidents like this. Yes, like one of the lawyers or one of the people who've been speaking to on our channel have been saying that the reporting is much larger, the awareness is much bigger in a city like Bangalore. That is why we're seeing, but it is happening. Crimes like these happen and needs to be put to a stop. And why? And what is the most important here? Policing is important, because when the police crack the whip and come down heavily on these people, there'll be people who will think 10 times before going ahead and doing this. Peeping Toms, you have across the world, you have them. But curbing crime is something that is most important. That is the need of the hour.
It's a disturbing time for Bengaluru, dealing with this fearsome new reputation of rising crime and being unsafe as far as women is concerned. Used to be one of India's most cosmopolitan cities. Let's hope the police force and the government there can stop things sliding before it's too late. Rohini, thanks so much. Another big exam paper leak, another big shame in the country. This time it's the Engineering, Agriculture and Medical Common Entrance Test that's been leaked prior to the examination. The Telangana police have taken 3 people into custody in connection with the leak. According to reports, a few candidates who got a rank in thousands in the Andhra Pradesh examination had got a rank below 500. Following reports of a paper leak, students and parents organized protests demanding those who indulged in the cheating should be punished. The other students who appeared for the exams under stress, as they had to write the exam again twice, besides appearing for a national eligibility cum entrance test.
In between the fear that exam may be cancelled after the expose of MCAT examination paper leak, parents and students are here in front of Telangana Secretariat. They are gathered here, they are protesting, they are demanding an appointment with the Health Minister of Telangana. They also requesting the government not to cancel the paper after this paper leak expose. We'll try to speak a few parents. Sir.
जो लोग गलत किया उनको बुलाकर पकड़कर उनको सजा दीजिए, ना कि जो बच्चे मेरिटोरियस है, जो बच्चे रैंक्स लाए हैं, उनको सजा देने में कोई फायदा नहीं है. उन बच्चों का भविष्य से मत खेलो.
Yeah, it just won't be fair on the government's part, because what if the genuine candidate won't get a seat next time? Will the government be responsible for that? No, so we can't risk our career on that. They think it's a joke that, just cancel it once and we'll write it again, cancel it every single time and we'll be okay with it. But tell the people to actually write the exam. It's not easy. 8 textbooks is not easy and it's really frustrating. It's like beyond that.
Thanks for watching this edition of Up South.